The sad state of the Lakers, man. The sad state of the Lakers. Like, you got to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. Oh, my goodness. I'm watching the Duke. I'm anticipating the Duke Gonzaga game because I thought it was laughable that Vegas had Gonzaga favored over Duke in that game. I think the line, I think it started at 6, and then as the day progressed, it went up to like 8 or 9. And I was like, well, how? How is Gonzaga, this much better than Duke? But whatever. I watched the game because I knew Duke were going to win the game. If it were a blowout, it would have been Gonzaga's way. Duke was not going to blow them out, but I knew they would win the game. And I'm watching that game, and I'm excited because I like Duke, and Duke pulled out the win to prove that they are a team that is for real this year. And then I go to the Laker game, and I'm watching them both simulcast or whatever you call it. I'm watching the Duke Gonzaga game on the screen, and I'm watching the Laker game on the laptop, and then of course I switch it after Duke goes off. And they had their chances. And it's not even about just that one game. It's about over the 21 games that has been played so far. That is what they've been. They have not let their fans just rest easy as they cruise to a victory. It is the saddest thing I've seen, and the score just went final. I didn't stick around. 141-137 Kings, third overtime. But it's the saddest thing that I've seen from this team, man. I'm like, yo, gosh, I'm gonna go there, man. I miss Kobe, bro. Like, are you serious? How, like, they don't play basketball, really. You got LeBron James dribble, trying to find a play, and you got everybody just standing around. I'm like, do they not know how to make these? Dudes are making millions of dollars. You supposed to know how to make cuts, how to screen, and how to do this, but they just looking around. Making millions of dollars, and you can look at the team and tell they don't practice much together. You can look at them and tell they do not practice. They just shoot around because they don't know how to play together. AD a sloth. This dude like in the sad state of AD, man. I'm all over the place, but the sad state of Anthony Davis. This dude is no longer AD. He is Anthony Davis. Like, he was AD in New Orleans. What he was in New Orleans and what he is now in LA is just night and day. Terrible. I've never seen a dude with so much talent choose to take nights off the way that he does. You got the Lakers chilling, thinking they can take nights off as if they've earned that, as if their record says they can do that. It's like, yo, you guys know that you're a 10 and 11 now, but 10 and 10, right? 13 games at home, and they're 7 and 6. 13 games at home in front of your fans, where you live, where you get to rest comfortably and do your daily routine, and you can barely win. You're barely above 500 at home. Are you serious? And the only reason you are in games like this against teams like the Kings, the Spurs, the Cavs, the Rockets, Thunder beat them, but I'm talking about the wins. Only reason you are in games like that against those teams is because those teams are not very good themselves and they are young. You play Golden State right now, they're beating you by 40. Phoenix beating you by 40. The Nets are beating you by 40. Lakers aren't even on those teams' level right now. And I'm not even sure if they'll get there. 21 games and they're below 500. In all of these games, can't relax and watch one game. Always got to have a suspense. LeBron James cruising. It's just terrible. Dude missing, taking 3-pointers at the end of both of those, at the end of regulation and overtime, instead of just driving. I don't get what's so difficult about that. I know that the chances of drawing an offensive foul may be a factor, but why are you settling for jumps? Why aren't you running a play out of the timeout when you have the last shot? Or when they score, you got the ball 23 seconds, no shot clock. You just dribbling it down, waiting for the clock to run and just say, okay, I'm going to take a shot. That's not basketball, yo. Run a play. Golden State would have run. The Kings were running plays. When the Lakers were up by 7 and 13 and all that, Stu, the Laker broadcaster, just like, oh no, we can't relax because we know what the Lakers are. When the Kings got up by that much in the third overtime, I'm like, oh, that's a wrap. You can relax. Sacramento can relax. They can come back on the Lakers, but the Lakers can't come back on them. No, I'm not crying. I'm just tired, man. I'm supposed to be asleep. It's just like it's infuriating, it's frustrating, and it's like, yo, how is this? I mean, well, pretty much now I'm answering my own question. And they want to, and I can't stand it when people always, you see the commentators, the broadcasters want to highlight, oh, Russ now has a triple-double. Who cares? Who cares? Even if they won this game, I was still frustrated when they were up 13 because they let this thing get down. And I'm like, how is this possible? How are you not finding a way to clock manage out there? Are you practicing? It does not look like this team practices. It don't look like they practice. It looked like they just go and just shoot around and say, man, I'm feeling good today in this. What do we call this? The sad state of AD. LeBron James just want to shoot threes. Drive the damn ball. And when he get to the free throw line, I see why he want to shoot threes. Because he can't make them. Russ couldn't make them. They depending on Melo to bail him out. Melo is not going to give you that consistently. He's not. This is infuriating, dog. Like, yo, practice. You look at these young players like, not Bradley, but Monk and them, and you're like, man, Kendrick Nunn should be looking like, damn, I think I made a mistake by coming here. And he most definitely did. Looking at things right now, they're out after this year because this team, what are they going to do next year? They mortgaged their entire future for LeBron. They gave away good players for Westbrooke. Now look at him. 10 and 11. Brought over Anthony Davis. He was much better off in New Orleans. In that first year in LA, he was good, of course. But looking at him now, man, he's gotten so lazy and complacent, man. And like I said, it goes back to that game against Giannis and the Bucks. I think it was last week or whatever. But you've got to match Giannis's energy. If you, it's like, do you care if you one of the best players? Or it don't matter now because you got a ring. Do you care because Giannis is doing his thing? And I'm one who said, way back when AD first came that, man, I'm not so sure Giannis is really better than AD or that much better. But boy, was I wrong. Because AD don't want it. This team just sits around and just watch other players play ball on offense. LeBron gets the ball, everybody just relaxed. Westbrook gets the ball, everybody just relaxed. AD will pretend like he's trying to do something. He'll just go and flash a little bit. And when we do get it, he'll just settle for a jump shot. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen, man. I've never seen basketball done this horribly in my life. Congratulations to Duke, baby. They winning it all this year. I've never seen basketball played this horrible in my life. Like, these dudes clearly don't practice together. They're clearly not practicing. They are just shooting around, and this thing is just sad to watch. And please don't blame Frank Vogel and fire him because he is not the problem. He is not the problem. You see other teams, the Kings out there making cuts, running plays. The Warriors, they do the same thing. The Suns, they don't just stand around and just watch Booker work. They do things off the ball to make his job easier, to get everybody away from him so he can get his shot. Defenders playing the Lakers, they saw LeBron with the ball. They're like, oh, I'm about to go help my other defender. Because if they kick the ball out, LeBron they just going to throw it away, turn it over. They just wild. They are wild. I'm assuming they're going to make trades and stuff before the All-Star break. I'm not going to, look, I'm going to leave it at that.